Good morning, students. Today we are going to look about Civics Unit 4 India's Foreign Policy. இந்தியாவின் வெளியுறவு கொள்கை. So what is foreign policy? Foreign policy refers to the sum total of principles, interests and objectives which a country promotes while interacting with other countries. The thirst of foreign policy keeps on changing according to the changing international conditions. Foreign policy can be defined as a country's policy that is conceived, designed, and formulated to safeguard and promote her national interest in her external affairs in the conduct of relationship with other countries both bilaterally and multilaterally. வெளியுறவு கொள்கை என்பது ஒரு நாடு வெளியுறவு விவகாரங்களின் மூலம், ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இந்தியா வெஸ் பாகிஸ்தான், இந்தியா வெஸ் சைனா, எக்ஸ்டர்னல் அஃபேர்ஸ் த்ரூ த எக்ஸ்டர்னல் அஃபேர்ஸ். ஒரு நாடு வெளியுறவு விவகாரங்களின் மூலம் தேசிய நலனை பாதுகாக்கவும் இருதரப்பு மற்றும் பலதரப்பு உறவுகளை பேணவும் வடிவமைக்கப்பட்ட கொள்கை. தட் இஸ் எக்ஸ்டர்னல் அஃபேர்ஸ், தட் இஸ் ஃபாரின் பாலிசி. Even though there are certain basic features of a foreign policy, it's not a fixed concept. The main tools of foreign policy are treaties and executive agreements, appointing ambassadors, foreign aid, international trade, and armed. Basic concept and principle of foreign policy. According to our Indian Constitution, the Constitution of India 1950, Article 51 lays down directive policies. What was it? Promote international peace and security. Maintain just and honorable relations between nations. Foster respect for international law and international organization. For example, international organization, United Nations, like that. Encourage settlement of international disputes by arbitration. Main objectives of our foreign policy: national security, national prosperity, increasing the number of friendly nations, achieving world peace and enable every nation to peacefully coexist, economic development. These are the main objectives of our foreign policy. These objectives are sought to be achieved through some principles. Example: Panchsheel, non-alignment, anti-colonialism, anti-imperialism, anti-racism, and strengthening the United Nations. It would be benefiting to expand these principles. Panchsheel. Panchsheel was born 60 years ago in response to a world asking for a new set of principles for the conduct of international relations that would reflect the aspirations of all nations to coexist and prosper together in peace and harmony. Panchsheel derived from Sanskrit words panch. Panchsheel derived from Sanskrit word panch, fire, seal, virtues. It means ஐந்து கொள்கைகள். India's desired peaceful and friendly relations with all countries, particularly the big powers and the neighboring nations. What are the big power countries? Example: Russia, America, Britain, France, etc. Neighboring countries: Nepal, Bhutan, Pakistan, China, etc. Sri Lanka also. While signing an agreement with China on April 28, 1954, India advocated the five guiding principles known as Panchasheel for the conduct of bilateral relations. It includes the following: mutual respect for each other's territorial integrity and sovereignty, mutual non-aggression. Third one, mutual non-interference. Fourth one, equality and mutual benefit. Fifth one, peaceful coexistence. These principles were incorporated in the Bandung Declaration. Principles were incorporated in the Bandung Declaration signed in the Afro-Asian Conference held in 1955 in Indonesia. Basic determinants of foreign policy. வெளியுறவு கொள்கைகளை தீர்மானிக்கக்கூடிய காரணங்கள் எவை? Geographical position and size of territory, nation's history, traditions and philosophical basis. Third one, natural resources, the compulsion of economic development. Fifth one, political stability and structure of government. Next, the necessity of peace, disarmament and non-proliferation of nuclear weapons, military strength, and finally international milieu. These are the determinants of a foreign policy. Foreign policy in 1950s and 1960s. Immediately after the independence of India, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru observed what he observed. The new nations that got independence after the long period of colonial struggle found themselves in a very difficult situation with respect to economic development. ஆங்கிலேயர்களிடம் அடிமைப்பட்டிருந்த இந்தியா மிக நீண்ட நெடிய கால போராட்டத்திற்கு பிறகு சுதந்திரம் பெற்றுள்ளது. சுதந்திர இந்தியாவை பொருளாதார ரீதியில் மேம்படுத்துவது என்பது மிக அசாதாரண காரியம், அசாதாரண சூழ்நிலை உள்ளது என்று அவர் உற்று நோக்கினார். So it was necessary to align with either of the blocs, United States of America USA and USSR, Union Soviet Socialist Republic. So he was opposed to the rivalry of the two superpowers, America and Russia, who were trying to extend their influence over the newly emerged nations of Asia and Africa. So he chose the path of non-alignment. What is meant by non-alignment? Not aligning with any bloc. Not aligning with any bloc. So he chose the path of non-alignment in the face of the bipolar order of the Cold War and tried to form a third bloc. First bloc called as USA, the followers of USA called as first bloc. Second bloc, who are all belongs to second bloc, the followers of USSR. Third bloc, non-aligned countries. So he chose the path of non-alignment in the face of the bipolar order of the Cold War and tried to form a third bloc of nations in international affairs. Broadly, non-alignment means not trying yourself off with military blocs. இராணுவ ரீதியில் உடன்படிக்கை நாம் எந்த நாடுகளுக்கிடையேயும் செய்து கொள்ளக்கூடாது என்று நேரு நம்பினார். It means trying to view things as far as possible, not from the military point of view, though that has to come in sometimes, but independently and trying to maintain friendly relations with all countries. This statement was said by our honorable first Prime Minister of India, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. The non-aligned movement NAM in 1961. The term non-alignment was coined by V. Krishna Menon in his speech at the United Nations in 1953. Non-alignment has been regarded as the most important feature of India's foreign policy. இந்திய வெளியுறவு கொள்கையிலேயே மிகவும் முக்கியமான வெளியுறவு கொள்கை அணிசேரா இயக்கம், நான் அலைன்ட் மூமெண்ட். It aimed to maintain national independence in foreign affairs by not joining any military alliance. எந்த ஒரு நாடுகளுக்கு இடையேயும் இராணுவ ரீதியிலான உறவை மேற்கொள்ளாமல் அமைதி ரீதியிலான உறவை மேம்படுத்துவதே இக்கொள்கையின் முக்கிய நோக்கம். The non-aligned movement was formed with a membership of 120 countries and 17 states as observers and 10 international organizations. It has transformed from a political movement to an economical movement. The founding fathers of non-aligned movement: Jawaharlal Nehru of India, Tito of Yugoslavia, Nasser of Egypt, Sukarno of Indonesia, Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana were the founding fathers of NAM, non-aligned movement. India's foreign policy during Cold War era. During the Cold War, India adopted a foreign policy of not aligning itself with any major power bloc. However, India developed close ties with the Soviet Union and received extensive military support from it. The non-alignment roots did not prevent India from entering into an alignment with the Soviet Union by the Indo-Soviet Treaty of 1971, 20-year pact of peace, friendship and cooperation. Then India embarked on a substantial program of military modernization, இராணுவத்தை மேம்படுத்தியது. In 1974, India also conducted its first nuclear test at Pokhran. 1974 ஆண்டு இந்தியா தனது முதல் அணு ஆயுத சோதனை பொக்ரான் என்ற இடத்தில் நடத்தியது. அண்டர் சப்டெர்னியன் நியூக்ளியர் எக்ஸ்ப்ளோஷன் ப்ராஜெக்ட். In response to China's nuclear test in 1964, அதற்கு முன்னமே 1964 ஆண்டு லோப்னார் என்ற இடத்தில் நடத்திய அணு ஆயுத சோதனை, சைனா நடத்திய அணு ஆயுத சோதனைக்கு பதிலடி கொடுக்கும் வகையில் 10 வருடங்கள் கழித்து 1974 ஆண்டு இந்தியாவும் சோதனை நடத்தியது. Changing global conditions determine the foreign policy details. மாறிவரும் உலக சூழ்நிலையே ஒவ்வொரு நாட்டின் வெளியுறவு கொள்கையை தீர்மானிக்கின்றன, மாற்றம் கொண்டு வருவதற்கு காரணமாக அமைகின்றன. India got her political freedom in the aftermath of a disastrous Second World War, and India had to be redeemed from acute poverty, illiteracy and socio-economic conditions. Hence, over new nations could not afford to military entanglement and military alliances. இந்தியா விடுதலை பெற்ற பிறகு இந்தியாவில் நிலவிய சமுதாய மற்றும் பொருளாதார பிரச்சனைகளுக்கு முக்கியத்துவம் கொடுக்க வேண்டும் என்று எண்ணினர் இந்திய தலைவர்கள். மாறாக இராணுவத்தை மேம்படுத்த எண்ணவில்லை. Avoidance of military blocs was then not an option but a necessity. ஆனாலும் மேம்படுத்த வேண்டிய சூழ்நிலை அவர்களுக்கு வந்தது. Because of China nuclear test. Non-alliance did not mean neutrality, but the freedom of nations to decide on issues independently. Non-alliance did not mean neutrality, but the freedom of nations to decide on issues independently. Non-alliance did not mean demilitarization of nations. It was meant to ensure de-escalation of conflict and tension. இந்த காலகட்டத்தில்தான் இந்தியா 2 போர்களை சந்தித்தது பாகிஸ்தானுடனாக. Falls in details of foreign policy executions have been addressed time and again, but India's basic policy of non-alliance is still in force. New developments in the 1990s and the 20th century. During the 1990s, along with the fall of the Soviet Union பல சிறு குறு நாடுகளாக பல நாடுகளாக சுக்குநூறாக பிரிந்தது. During the time of 1990s, a new global economic order LPG, liberalization, privatization and globalization, a new global economic order emerged with the support of the Western powers. யாரெல்லாம் வெஸ்டர்ன் பவர்ஸ்னு சொல்லுவாங்க? மேற்கத்திய நாடுகள், சிம்பிளி USA, Britain and France. India entered into pacts with the Global Economic Forum GATT and entered into bilateral, trilateral, multilateral agreements. இரு நாடுகளுடையும் 3 நாடுகளுடையும் பல நாடுகளுடையும் இந்தியா கூட்டு உடன்படிக்கை செய்து கொண்டது. Its nuclear experiments resulted in intimidatory reactions from the Western world. This shifts in India's policy manifested in various ways such as இதன் காரணமாக இந்தியாவின் வெளியுறவு கொள்கையில் ஒரு சில மாற்றங்கள் ஏற்பட்டன. Better relations with China, the Look East policy 1992. The second nuclear test at Pokhran 1998 in Rajasthan. Defense relationship with Israel. Energy diplomacy with Arab countries and Iran. Petrol இறக்குமதி, importation of petroleum. Agreeing to US nuclear missile defense program and India's vote against Iran at the International Atomic Energy Agency. Thank you, students. Thank you for watching this video.